Alright guys, what's up? We're gonna kinda check out the Wii, Nintendo Wii, in 2026 and how cool it is. Um, this is my first time ever modding a Wii, so I don't have like everything on this thing. I just got like a little bit. I have a 64 gigabyte SD card, and I really don't think my SD card is that good because I've used it with other mods and other consoles, and there are better SD cards to get. And what I'm using is a USB adapter in the back of the console that allows me to use the micro SD card. I'm not using the micro SD card adapter that goes in the front by the reset and power button. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of clarify that. I think if I had one of the better SD cards, it would probably let me load more emulators. So yeah, this software is called RV Loader. It's what a lot of the portable GameCube modder community, they usually use this because it allows them to load up and navigate the menu with the GameCube controller instead of the Wiimote. And the real reason that I wanted to use this software was because I was having some problems loading Wii games with the without the disk drive because I do not have the disk drive in this console anymore because it didn't work when I bought it, because I purposely bought it with a broken disk drive because it was cheaper. Cost me like 25 bucks. And I felt like that was a pretty good deal. And since you could mod these things pretty easily, I just figured I'd go ahead and just get one without the disk drive functioning. So that's what I did. And other than that, I ordered a blue transparent uh, replacement shell. I did the shell swap, and I also added 4 blue LEDs, uh, and I wired those up to the, I believe it was the top USB port, the 5 volt rail, and the ground from there. So sometimes with this SD card, if you set in the menu and not do anything, it kind of glitches out, and I'll have to reset the console. But if I'm functioning and moving around, everything seems to be kind of showing up here just fine. So, and yeah, I am using component cables for this recording. They were like 12 bucks, really good deal on them. But if you want to learn how to mod a Wii, I'll put a link to a video in the description of a guy that I watched. Uh, he doesn't do the RV loader like how I got it set up. He does the, I think it's the USB loader GX. Uh, and I did the RV loader on my own. I'm not really gonna go over how I like did this because I honestly kind of can't remember because I've had this Wii for like a month now, and I kind of honestly forgot to do it. But I'll put a link in the description that will show you how to get mostly everything you need to mod your Wii. But if you're like me and you don't have a disk drive in your Wii, you want to go the RV loader route. So if I was you and you're in that position, uh, just look into that. So we're just gonna kind of show some of the emulators. So with this one, I already got it set up with the directory, but yours will kind of ask you to navigate to your directory, and once you select it, it shouldn't really ever ask you again. So I like to test out Jurassic Park because I feel like on other consoles that I've modded, like the OG Xbox, the GameCube, uh, with the Super Nintendo emulators on those, this is a really good game to test out because if the music is kind of laggy, it's just a good game to kind of test the emulation with. So we'll load it up, test it out. I grew up playing this game. I love this game.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
As you can see, it works pretty much perfectly. And yeah, you hit left C while in game to get back to the menu. I'm gonna hit exit. And the cool thing about um, the Super Nintendo emulator, there's some like light gun games on there. If you open up the game and hit left C, and then you go to the controller options, if you select SNES mouse, it'll like let you use your Wiimote as like a light gun. There are options to select the SNES light gun. I forget the names of them. There's like two different ones. Don't select those. They don't work. For me, at least they didn't work. The SNES mouse actually worked as a light gun, and it was pretty cool playing it. I don't have my Wii set up properly in front of my TV with the Wiimote sensor bar to show that, but maybe I'll do that in a different video. But it was pretty cool. I messed around with it. Um, you want to have your console kind of set up in the right spot with that sensor bar. Like if you're sitting too close to it, it's not going to really work properly. So you kind of want to make sure that you have it spaced out correctly. It would take like a few minutes tinkering with it to get it working where it would be comfortable. So we'll load up the regular Nintendo here. As you can see, just like the Super Nintendo, I got my library kind of big. Yeah, Paperboy. Oops. Yeah, I'm not like a Paperboy Pro or nothing, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, hit left C again, takes you to the menu. From there you can back out. Yep, since I'm using a small, shitty SD card, I don't have a lot of emulation on here other than like Game Boy, regular Nintendo, and Super Nintendo. But I had Sega Genesis on here and a PS1 emulator, and I did not have any luck with either one. And I'm assuming that it's because of my SD card being trash. I've heard of people using SATA hard drives with these. Uh, they use the bottom USB port, I believe, to do that. I have an extra hard drive. I thought about doing that, but I don't really play a lot of Wii. I kind of just use this as another GameCube, honestly. Um, so yeah, I didn't really feel the need to waste a hard drive on this, honestly. But if you're a Wii fanboy and your GameCube library is like just massive and you love all those games, then maybe go for it. Get you a small SATA hard drive or something. Personally, I don't need it. Yeah, I'm not gonna play like a whole level. But, it's pretty cool that it works. And it works pretty damn good. So now we'll test out a Wii game. And I only got like 4 of them on here, so. I love my Resident Evils, so I play a lot of those. And the games that I play usually, uh, GameCube controller can usually work with them. I had Bully on here, and for some reason it wasn't working with this controller. I don't know why. So I had to delete it. I like this game a lot. I feel like it looks really good.
Resident Evil 0.
But as you can see, it looks very crisp, very good with these component cables. Um, I noticed that uh, before I used RV Loader, when I was using GX Loader or whatever the hell it's called, I was having some problems with this game on the GameCube version. I guess the component wasn't friendly with the resolution of the GameCube port. So that's why I ended up getting this on the Wii. I didn't even know that this game or Resident Evil 1 remake was released on the Wii. I had no idea. I thought those were just on the GameCube, so I kind of lucked out. Uh, and as far as I could tell, on the GameCube, it just so there's like very few games that have like weird resolution problems like this game for the GameCube had. And I'm not even sure if it had a progressive scan option like a lot of the games on GameCube. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I got RV Loader obviously because I don't have a disk drive in this console. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that or not. I probably already did, but I'm going to go ahead and reset it. And I'm going to load up a GameCube game. I'll probably load up Splinter Cell. I feel like it's a good game to kind of showcase the graphics. And if you press B before you launch the GameCube games, you should disable the emulated memory card if you are using a physical one. Because if you don't, it won't even pick up your memory card. And look how clean this looks. I'm a big fan of Splinter Cell 1. I like Chaos Theory, but I mean, I kind of just, I don't know why I like the first one the most. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. If anybody's interested in buying this Wii, I'd probably sell it for like 200 bucks with this modded controller. The buttons light up. The A and the start button are both red, and they both uh, have like a LED rumble mod done to them. So whenever it rumbles, they both light up. But yeah, it's my first Wii mod. I'll put a link in the description below for a tutorial on how to mod it. It's not the same way that I modded this one. It's the GX Loader way. But if you are like me and you remove your disk drive and you want to mod it where it doesn't have a disk drive, um, I guess just look up RV Loader. There could be a mod. Maybe I should make one if there isn't a tutorial on how to do that. But yeah, and I know that there's plenty of other people who mod the hell out of these, so I'm kind of a noob at this. But I just kind of felt like showing it off a little bit because they are so cheap. I literally bought this thing for 30 bucks with a broken disk drive. If you are like me and you want to do it like that, just make sure when you are on like eBay that you know that that's the only problem with it. Because if you buy one that's just broken, there's no telling what's wrong with it. I look in the description, I'll see what it says, and usually it'll say, you know, bad disk drive. I notice a lot of times there are people that just sell them broken and they don't really disclose what's wrong with it. And when you buy one like that, you're kind of taking a gamble because the video port could be damaged or something else, you know. Like maybe the receiver for the Wiimote or the Bluetooth or whatever the hell it is doesn't work. Or the Wi-Fi chip could possibly be broken, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, Buy a Wii, mod it yourself. They're dirt cheap. 2026, I definitely recommend it. It's something cool to have. I think it's better than the GameCube. I think that the GameCube Pluto HDMI mod might be a little bit cleaner on the video side, but I am using generic component cables, so it's not everything. But yeah, get a Wii.